This is BERK. Well, it used to be. Today we've got some really exciting progress to talk about since the entire cliffside for the front of this LEGO MOC is complete. With the cliff face done, this build is really starting to look like an island, and at the end of the video I'm going to be filling this scene with dragons, so make sure you stick around. That being said, if you enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and now let's get into the progress. Looking at the full cliffside, I'm really proud of how this turned out. I still need to add some detail here and there, but I'm excited to show you how these techniques blended together to create this look. There are currently 7 separate parts that make up the cliffside, but we already talked about 2 of these a couple episodes ago, so we'll take those out. The first section I want to talk about is the second hill leading up to the top of the island, and here's a quick time lapse of that building process. This is the second mini hill I've built to resemble the rolling cliffs you can see in the design of BERK from the films. The hill is a very similar design to the previous hill, except this time I made sure it was sturdier. The last hill was a bit fragile, and since this section needs to be able to come off of the MOC, I made sure to use more bricks to secure the 2 opposite sides together. This design comes together like a rib cage in the middle, only connected at the top and bottom using snot or studs not on top pieces. The second new section of the cliff is another plate of light bluish gray and dark bluish gray wedge plates and slopes that wrap around the new mini hill. The third section is attached to the second with a ball joint, and both of these pieces rest in the MOC, held in place only by friction. The fourth section is a similar plate, this time wrapping around the first mini hill. This piece is connected to the MOC with Technic pins, and I added some new LEGO fern elements to show some extra plant growth. The final piece of the cliffside is another plate, this time using some hinge elements to create the inverted slope towards the top of the MOC. This piece is connected to the rest of the cliff using snot pieces as well. Once all the sections of the rockwork were added to the MOC, I went ahead and added some fern and other plant elements to bring a little more detail and texture to the build. Can I just say, this fern element is one of the best pieces LEGO has made in recent years. I love the plant detail it brings to builds. I really like the way these different techniques blend together to create a rough, textured cliff face that's different everywhere you look at it. I brought Toothless in for scale, and honestly, I was singing Test Flight in my head, swooshing him across the water. Speaking of Toothless, I thought it would be fun to bring some dragons in to bring this MOC to life, and I love how it looks. Seeing a bunch of little dragons flying around being chased by Vikings really starts to make this MOC feel like BERK. We're only a month away from the release of the new live-action How to Train Your Dragon remake, and we still have a lot of work to do to finish phase 1 of this project, so make sure you're subscribed and ready for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's always a beautiful day in the Brickstorm.